They believe that it's a continuation of the smear campaign that Blake initially claims happened while they were promoting the film.
Well, it's still getting messier and messier in the It Ends With Us feud between co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Right, let's dive into this wild saga involving Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively because it's one of the most explosive celebrity feuds we've seen in a while. This story has everything: allegations of harassment, lawsuits worth hundreds of millions, dramatic footage releases, and a battle for public opinion that's playing out in real time. Buckle up, because this one's messy.
New video released by lawyers for actor Justin Baldoni shows unedited footage from the filming of It Ends With Us.
So here's the deal. Justin Baldoni's legal team just dropped some raw, uncut footage from their movie It Ends With Us, and it has the internet absolutely buzzing. The footage is from a scene that Blake Lively specifically mentioned in her complaint against Baldoni, where she accused him of behaving inappropriately during filming. In her complaint, she described a moment where Baldoni allegedly leaned in, dragged his lips along her neck, and said, "It smells so good." According to her, this was not in the script, totally uncalled for, and made her deeply uncomfortable. She also claimed that when she later confronted him about it, he dismissed her concerns by saying, "I'm not even attracted to you." Yikes, right?
You're not kidding when you say this is getting messier. The author of that book deleting her Instagram account, another who plays Baldoni's sister in the film being harassed online.
Here's where things get complicated. Baldoni's team is saying, hold up, that's not what happened at all, and they've got receipts. In the form of this 9-minute video clip, they claim the footage completely disproves Blake's version of events and shows nothing but professionalism on Justin's part. Now, if you haven't seen the video, let us paint a picture for you. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of Justin and Blake filming a slow dance montage for the movie. The scene is supposed to be romantic with no dialogue as the characters Lily and Ryle fall in love. But instead of staying silent and in character, Blake can be seen chatting with Justin, cracking jokes, and suggesting the characters should be talking during the scene. She even pokes fun at Justin's nose at one point, joking that he should get plastic surgery.
At all. I said that having read through Blake Lively's complaints, that it was evident to me that she was likely under the influence when she filed her complaint.
One moment, Blake brings up her spray tan, saying she's probably getting it all over Justin while they're dancing. Justin's response? It smells good. That's it. Not the creepy, out-of-character moment Blake described in her filing. In fact, throughout the entire clip, Justin seems calm, professional, and focused on getting the shot. Meanwhile, Blake keeps breaking character, laughing, and steering the scene in a different direction than what was intended. According to Baldoni's lawsuit, this tension between them stemmed from Blake consistently refusing to take direction and insisting on doing things her own way during filming. And honestly, based on the footage, you can see where he's coming from.
Is creepy Baldoni getting close to her, obviously making small chatter not in character so as not to make the scene, which didn't require dialogue, awkward.
Now, let's rewind a bit and look at how we got here. On December 20th of last year, Blake filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin Baldoni, producer Jamie Heath, and their production company Wayfarer of harassment and creating a hostile work environment. She claimed Justin's behavior on set caused her significant emotional distress, and her allegations were detailed in a New York Times article that same day. The article painted a pretty damning picture of Justin, and the fallout was immediate. His talent agency dropped him, several cast members publicly supported Blake, and even SAGAFTRA released a statement commending her bravery for speaking out. The internet quickly rallied behind Blake, with many calling for Justin to be held accountable.
Literally, I'm just asking the question, like, how are women allowed to do this, to take something and to make it sound like you survived a because that's what it sounded like to the public.
But Justin wasn't about to sit back and let his reputation be tarnished. Just 11 days later, on December 31st, he filed a massive libel lawsuit against the New York Times, accusing them of publishing a one-sided story that ignored evidence in his favor. Then, on January 16th, he escalated things even further by filing another lawsuit, this time against Blake, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and her publicist Leslie Sloan. He's seeking an eye-popping amount of money in damages and accusing them of defamation, civil extortion, and invasion of privacy. According to Justin, Blake and her team have been on a mission to destroy his reputation, and he's not going down without a fight.
One of the most significant allegations in Baldoni's lawsuit is that Lively sought to gain control over the editing process of the film.
This brings us to January 23rd, when Justin's legal team released the now infamous footage to the public. Their argument is simple. The video proves Blake's allegations are false and shows that Justin acted professionally at all times. But Blake's team isn't backing down. They've doubled down on their claims, saying the footage actually supports her version of events. In a statement, they said, every frame of the released footage corroborates, to the letter, what Ms. Lively described in her complaint. They argue that the video shows Justin repeatedly leaning into Blake's personal space, caressing her, and making her visibly uncomfortable. They also point out that there was no intimacy coordinator present on set, which they believe was a major oversight given the nature of the scene.
Right? So Baldoni says this was all an effort to hijack the film to get her way. Lively claims she was the victim of harassment in a hostile work environment, Not surprising.
What's really wild is how divided public opinion has become over this footage. On one hand, you've got people who think the video clears Justin of any wrongdoing. They're saying Blake exaggerated or even fabricated her allegations to shift blame for her controversial behavior during the movie's press tour. One fan commented, "I don't think this is going the way Blake and her dragons thought it would." Another said, "I've come to realize that Blake Lively tends to say offensive jokes to people, but then adds, just kidding, to not appear mean but fails. She seems mean as hell." These comments reflect a growing skepticism toward Blake's claims, fueled by the apparent mismatch between her complaint and what's shown in the footage.
Has denied all of these allegations. They have responded to this filing, this lawsuit, saying,
While some believe the footage exonerates Justin, others are questioning whether it's enough to dismiss Blake's claims entirely. Critics of the video argue that it only shows a small portion of what allegedly happened on set. They're asking, what about the rest of the footage? Was this clip selectively released to paint Justin in a better light? It's worth noting that the video was provided by Justin's legal team, which raises concerns about whether it excludes any moments that might support Blake's side of the story. Without full transparency, some feel it's impossible to draw definitive conclusions from this single clip. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders from the production have reportedly come forward anonymously, sharing mixed accounts. Some crew members have allegedly sided with Blake, claiming the set environment was tense and that Justin's behavior often crossed professional boundaries. Others, however, have defended Justin, calling him focused and methodical as both a director and actor. These conflicting perspectives have only muddied the waters further, making it even harder for outsiders to discern the truth about what really went on behind the scenes.
Most of his career, he has been a major proponent of feminism, of healthy masculinity. How does it feel for him, though?
Meanwhile, social media has become a battleground for fans of both stars. Some are digging up old interviews and behind-the-scenes clips, searching for clues to validate their opinions. For example, one viral tweet pointed out that during the press tour, Blake seemed distant when discussing her experience on set, while Justin avoided directly addressing the alleged feud. The signs were there all along, one user wrote, sparking a thread of speculation about whether the tension between them was visible even before the lawsuits. Others, however, have dismissed these theories as overreaching, calling them nothing more than internet gossip.
Shutting down a woman's claims.
She is claiming that there was harassment. He's saying none of it is true, never happened, never did.
At the center of all this noise is the broader conversation about workplace dynamics in Hollywood. Many are asking whether studios are doing enough to ensure safe environments for their cast and crew, especially in the wake of recent industry-wide movements to address misconduct. The absence of an intimacy coordinator during the filming of such an emotionally charged scene has been a major point of criticism. Experts have weighed in, suggesting that proper protocols could have prevented much of the confusion and discomfort that now fuels this legal battle. It's a reminder of just how important it is for production teams to prioritize clear communication and boundaries on set. But on the other hand, there are plenty of people who still believe Blake and feel the video shows exactly what she described. They argue that her discomfort in the scene is obvious and that she shouldn't have to endure unwanted physical contact from her co-star, who also happens to be her boss. They've pointed out that women in these situations often try to play it off with humor to avoid escalating the tension, which could explain why Blake is laughing and joking in the clip. Her legal team has also accused Justin's lawyer of using the footage as a publicity stunt to manipulate public opinion, rather than presenting it as evidence in court where it belongs.
Blake Lively's team says that in showing this video, they are blaming the victim here. They also say that they'd prefer litigating this in court rather than in the public sphere.
What's clear is that this situation is far from black and white. Both sides are locked in a fierce battle to control the narrative, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For Justin, this is about clearing his name and salvaging his career, which has already taken a massive hit. For Blake, it's about standing by her allegations and fighting back against what she sees as a retaliatory attack designed to silence her. And for the rest of us watching from the sidelines, it's a reminder of just how messy and complicated these kinds of disputes can be. So where does this leave things? Well, Blake's legal team is now asking for a gag order to stop Justin's lawyer from making any more public statements about the case. They've accused him of engaging in a harassing and retaliatory media campaign that could prejudice the jury if this goes to trial. Meanwhile, Justin's team is reportedly planning to release even more footage and correspondence to back up his claims. It's a game of legal chess, and neither side is showing any signs of backing down. At the end of the day, this whole situation raises some tough questions. Who should we believe when both sides are presenting such different narratives? How do we balance the need to support people who come forward with allegations of harassment while also ensuring that the accused get a fair chance to defend themselves? And what role does the court of public opinion play in all of this? Let us know what you think in the comments, because this is one debate that's far from over. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.